विज्ञान की अनकही कहानियाँ। आइए हम सुने विज्ञान की अनसुनी कहानियाँ।
Hello listeners, you're listening to Vigyan Ki Awaaz podcast program on STEM popularization, catalyzed and supported by the Ministry of Science and Technology, Government of India and Media for Community Foundation. Project devised and designed by Dr. R. Sridhar and assisted by Ashish Tiwari. Local coordination and production, Professor Subramanian. Content writing by Priyanshu and post-production by Professor Kaushik P. Kanchan of Garden City University, Bengaluru.
Garden City University, conquer we shall all adversity. Together we stand in unity. Together we strive for prosperity. GCU, emphasis on life. GCU, emphasis on life.
In the last episode, Professor Sayantan Majumdar shared his opinions on India's standing in the field of soft condensed matter. And in this episode, he shared his vision on the smart material and how can it be of help to the Indian society.
So these protective equipments, which are smart shock absorber, I'll just take an example, there can be many. So actually what we are trying to do, we are using soft materials like colloidal suspensions and polymeric materials, which are very low cost. Actually, these are not very fancy, so it can be produced in bulk quantities. So the cost of production of these materials will be minimal. So that's why it can be like even rural population and all, this will not be difficult to distribute because it doesn't require a lot of expensive resources.
Sir then mentioned about his achievements throughout his researcher life.
Okay, I have received a few awards. I would like to mention just a few, like it was like Best PhD Thesis Award from Indian Institute of Science Physics Department, Professor Anil Kumar Memorial Gold Medal. Then I got also from DST Ramanujan Fellowship, which is again very prestigious. And like awards from abroad, it involves like Kadanov Rice postdoctoral fellowship from Material Research Center in University of Chicago. So these are few I can name.
Professor Majumdar then shared a few words of advice to our young researchers.
So actually, in this connection, if I may, I can share one of my own experience actually, which might be very helpful and it has like a very important message. So when I was very early days of my PhD, I can't remember the exact time, but it is very early, like I barely started in ISC. So I went through many papers and planned some experiments and I performed those experiments. But what I found that what I was expecting, the results were not exactly similar. So I was disappointed because I spent some time and all. Then when I met my advisor, Professor A.K. Sood, like he understood that he asked me that what happened to those experiments. And I told that I'm not getting what is expected and I was a little disappointed. Then he laughed and he told me that see, like if every time you get expected result, what is the point of doing research? So the research is all about uncertainty. So you plan something, but don't be afraid like if you are not getting what was expected, and you take a careful look. Maybe like actually in my case, like it resulted in very good publication. Actually, very important result. So that is a message that is still stuck to me actually.
At the end, Professor Majumdar talked about who should take up a scientific career in India and what are some of the challenges they can face in a scientific career.
Yeah, stress is obviously there, but my advice is like if you really like science and these uncertainties and all, then scientific career is like for you. And in India, like actually we are now getting a lot of resources and all. It is a really nice career, but because if you these uncertainties, you will feel them as stress. If you don't like them, then actually I would say that this fundamental science research is not for them. You have to like this uncertainty, try out different things, curiosity, these things are important, then research is for you. That is probably the best career for you.
You were listening to Vigyan Ki Awaaz, a podcast on STEM popularization, catalyzed and supported by National Council for Science and Technology Communication, Government of India. Tune in for more such episodes to Vigyan Ki Awaaz on this platform and also through Spotify, YouTube and Apple Music platforms.
आइए हम सुने विज्ञान की अनकही कहानियां।